Spring is here, and it's time to spend all the spring break watching TV and living your best weeb life. We're here to talk about the best spring anime of 2017.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
The name of Titan song no one knows.
I love how we woo in the beginning because we don't know what to say.
Yeah. Hey, don't point out our problems.
That's a good energy boost right there.
It's a good energy boost for sure. Thank you everyone for watching the Mighty Otaku.
Hey.
But which one of us is the Mighty Otaku? There's only singular.
No, we are an entity. We are the Mighty Otaku.
So Otaku is singular and plural.
Yes.
So I've been on the show since we changed the name of the show. In case y'all didn't know.
Is that true?
Yeah, I've been on for 2 weeks.
She missed the 2 weeks where I completely spilled soda on the desk.
Oh, yeah. A memorable moment
that should
in
be
the Mighty Otaku.
In the highlight reel. So thank you guys for watching the Mighty Otaku. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and comment on iTunes.
Yeah.
Hit that thumbs up on that YouTube and follow us on Twitter at the Popcorn Talk.
I always make that mistake.
Yeah, I am your host today, Chubby Bunny Michelle. You can find me everywhere on the internet at I am Chubby Bunny. We are joined by regular hosts who are usually here, starting with Yume Warlock.
I am Yume Warlock. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Yume Warlock.
And I am Maxwell Song. You can find me at Maxwell. It's at the everything. I almost pulled a Michelle, but that's only because I'm trying to get these comics to work.
We're moderating chat tonight, guys.
Yes, we are moderating chat. If I can get the bigger machine to do the bigger thing, it would be helpful.
You guys are so bad at technology.
And once again, you're free to have opinions in chat, but you are always wrong.
You're always wrong. Your wife is
We always
shit.
have to remember. You have to remember that you guys are always wrong.
Perfect. So today we are joined by special guest Matt.
Hello, hi everyone. How's it going? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked to be here. It's
You
pretty cool.
are right. We were stoked to have you here because we met Matt on a live stream for Hyper RPG.
Yep.
They were doing a
Yep.
charity stream last week, and he schooled the shit out of us on anime
We
songs.
got so otaku checked.
Oh, it was
rough.
like because the chat was like, hey, we'll give you $10 to sing. What was it? The intro to One Piece.
The dubbed intro.
The dubbed intro. We did Hunter x Hunter
That was
opening.
what Hunter x Hunter
as Gordon Ramsay.
surprised me the most. As Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
It was in Japanese, by the way, so it was insane. And we were both like, I don't even watch
Like,
Hunter
how
x
did
Hunter.
you remember all this?
Yeah. So is that your shtick? Is that do you have like a UD channel?
dare
Like
you.
what is your? Where do you live on the internet?
I live. You find me at Shy Guy Express over on all platforms. I stream. I'm a host over at Geek and Sundry and Hyper RPG. I host a bunch of content. I do a Doctor Who after show for Nerdist.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who after show. Yeah.
Doctor Who after. Wait, how do you keep doing Doctor Who after shows if there's no Doctor Who?
I know. Well, it's been a while. You know, like it's coming back this weekend.
The doctor's coming back.
Doctor's coming back.
All right.
Yeah. Last season we took Capaldi. Sad.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a great doctor.
I'm so not caught
So
up.
Doctor, my
I
doctor.
haven't watched since Capaldi became
Yeah,
the doctor.
same.
Oh, really?
Capaldi, I was like,
Capaldi is probably one of he's kind of a sociopath, which is why I like him so much.
Yeah.
you were
yeah.
like a little
Are
too
you trying
much.
to tell us something, Max?
He definitely
That I'm
has
a
already.
sociopath, but everyone knew that. That's not a secret. I kind of wear that on my sleeve, I feel like.
Anything else?
You can find me at Geek and Sundry on their Geek Sundry Twitch.
Geek and Sundry.
You'll see I'm a Hyper RPG a lot. Hyper Rabbit Power Go Twitch.
Wait, one more time. Hyper Power Go.
Hyper Rabbit Power Go.
Hyper Rabbit Power Go.
That's what
Yeah.
Hyper
Rabbit Power Go.
Oh,
Hyper Rabbit Power Go.
I was wondering why you had a rabbit. I just thought it was because you guys like the fast motif, you know? So.
Well, it's hyper like a bunny, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
exactly,
The bunny
exactly.
is their mascot.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Because we like to go
Is
fast.
the rabbit called
Makes
Hyper?
sense.
Yeah.
That's
it is
a
now.
little. It's a little superficial.
Yeah, I guess they have a name.
Okay, we're gonna stop plugging
You got a
other shows you watch.
mascot.
But yeah, you should watch him on Twitch. He's on all the time. Shy Guy Express is also your Twitch handle.
It is. It's on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Shy Guy Express.
That
It's a Mario reference. Wop, wop,
Internet.
wop.
And I have to ask you, how many anime theme songs do you have completely
Oh
memorized?
God, there's
by
a lot.
heart? More than you
Jesus.
can count on two hands.
I think so. Actually,
insane.
I do because I've had a playlist. My iPod since like middle school has been full of like anime openings and a bunch of goths and
me
stuff
too,
like
but I
that.
didn't memorize it.
I can like I basically do this with every song where I don't really know the words, but I can mutter the hell out of them.
Mutter
Yeah.
the fucking hell. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for
We are
having me.
excited to talk about all the best spring anime. Before we get started, we want to let you guys know we're running a contest. I'm looking over here. We're running a contest. I don't know where I'm looking. And we're gonna give away some shit. It's from Otaku Pin Club. If we can get the picture up on the screen, Anthony.
Yeah.
Otaku Pin Club.
Image 01. Oh, you can't find it? Anthony, talk to me.
All the people watching out there.
It's okay. If you go into the
Yes.
rundown, there's a link at the very top of the rundown that has the, ding dong, ding
Yes.
dong. So you may tell us how to
those who
enter.
don't know, Otaku Pin Club, their motto is from noble heroes to villainous scum. We accept all and would never snub because everyone is welcome to join the Otaku Pin Club.
Wow.
Should make a
that was
song
great.
out of that.
That's
That is
crazy.
literally
So that's
what
their
they're about.
slogan.
That
That's
is
like
their
a
slogan.
cult.
They are an online store that specializes in unique enamel pins featuring your favorite anime icons. Pins are available for direct sale or pre-order, or you can join their club to get members-only pins. It's at otakupinclub.com. They also have an Etsy store, and you can follow them everywhere online at Otaku Pin Club.
Otaku Pin Club.
Wow, that sounds fun.
So the giveaway part is that
Okay, so
I
two
forgot.
pins. Oh, there
Oh,
they
there they
are.
are.
2 pins,
It is
motherfucker.
a JoJo pin and a Full Metal Alchemist.
Dude, that JoJo
yeah.
pin
That's
is
great. I
tight.
like that.
JoJo!
I do have
It's the mask.
2 extras that you guys
Oh
can fight
shit!
over.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
great.
What?
There's
That's
gonna
good
be
death.
blood tonight.
Yes, the ones you see around the side are other pins that they have available for pre-order. They are having
Dude,
a
those
sale
are so
right now.
cute.
Oh, they have
And
That's awesome.
The Naruto one is the best.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
the
one's
Naruto
super
one is
cool.
the best,
That one's
guys.
really cool.
We also were given a 10% discount code for those of you who do not win. It is Mighty Otaku 10.
Mighty Otaku 10 is the discount code to get
Yes.
more cool pins.
But the question you can answer to win, we will be choosing them randomly from our Facebook. If you go to our Facebook, facebook.com, The Mighty Otaku, there is a post. The question is, what is the name of the actor playing Edward Elric in the live-action Full Metal
Ooh,
Alchemist?
are we gonna talk about that at all?
Eventually.
Can we briefly
We'll
talk
get
about
there,
Okay.
baby. It's not out yet. We can't talk about it. It's not
Just
out.
really
If you
excited.
know the answer, go to our Facebook page and answer on that post, and
And
we
then,
will
yeah.
randomly select.
At the end of this episode.
Yes.
Yes.
We will randomly
So
select
around
someone.
8-ish.
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
before 8-ish.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you
And,
better be on.
and then you have to tell us your address also, or else we can't throw it to you.
Yes.
And then your social security number
Yes.
and
Yes.
your credit card.
And your PIN.
Anything
Credit card thing.
for the prize, guys. Anything for the
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a
And
good
a
prize. You get
copy of
both.
Soul
You get
Stone.
both
You get
pins,
both pins.
if you win.
Ooh.
Once again, if you need to hear the question, what is the name of the actor playing Edward Elric in the live action Full Metal Alchemist?
Use that internet.
Answer,
Answer, banter.
and you will win.
All right, guys. So,
All right.
besides the Ding Dong Anime Otaku Pin Club, fuck, I fucked it up already. We are going to talk about spring anime. We have a couple different sections. The first is going to be the positive one. Anime that we're excited
Yay.
about. That's going to be really good. That is already really good as of 1 or 2 episodes. So we're really excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be cool and start because I get to start.
man.
We're going to talk about Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Season 2.
That was an easy one.
Shingeki no Kyojin.
Everyone's excited about it, right?
Yes.
Everyone,
Oh, yeah.
no
Everyone.
one's pissed off about it. We're all cool with.
No.
We're all pretty cool. I'm
horses.
pretty cool.
It's
horse-
it's more of the same. The first episode, you kind of get to see like new antagonists and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was it kind of
They
freaked me
don't
out.
last too long, but
Yeah.
they got season Sorry. It's not really a spoiler if you know what's gonna happen.
And it's been
If
so
you've read
long.
the manga, yeah.
Yeah, and like I actually haven't read the manga because I found the wow factor of watching the anime was so. I hear you
yeah.
get that from the manga, but I really wanted to wait. So this is all new material for me.
Yeah.
And I think it was like kind of it reminded you at the end like don't forget this is Attack on Titan. So
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Nobody
was
is
kind of crazy.
too precious to be killed randomly by
It's
a
like the
Titan.
Game of Thrones of anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It
is.
is, it is of that era.
Except that they don't last as long as people in Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
which is
No.
saying a lot.
It looks like maybe half an episode.
Yeah.
But they still get a nice backstory, and then it's
Yes.
like, oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Here, invest in this character. We will kill them in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the animation quality is still on par. I think with last season. Remember, what is it? A production IG took a break from finishing season 2 to do
Cabaneri.
Cabaneri with Iron Fortress, which is also a great show.
Oh, God,
dude.
that show is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that show's great.
And this season picks up with they're like, hey, remember that time was on that wall? Oh, let's talk about that. And the priest is like, nah, we're not talking about it.
Let's just ignore it. You know what? Let's put a blanket over it. I love that time when
I
they had
know.
this one. It was like,
Let's
let's
put
just
a
put some
blanket
sheets.
over it.
Yeah.
I like he gets specific too, where it's like make sure light doesn't touch it. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. P.S. I went crazy.
It's also amazing that they don't have like you know, they didn't prepare for this at all, so it's just like these tiny little towels that they just put over
And they
multitudes
added,
of tiny towels.
Yeah, more towels.
It looks like a little quilt of towels that they like strap together on a wall.
So it's a good first episode. It ends in a way, as you may mention, that reminds you that nothing is too precious to be killed on this show.
Yes, indeed.
And if you like horses, I would not recommend watching this fucking episode.
Horses. Oh, boy.
Holy
Damn
shit!
horse.
This is the first episode, by the way. Second episode's already out, so get on Control, watch it. The next thing, another one of my favorites is Sakura Quest. Is a surprise, a very, very surprising good show. It looks like it was animated by the same people as Shirobako, but I can't like 100% tell. This girl she goes to a small village that is trying to re-enliven their economy, and she acts as the new like spokesperson, as the quote-unquote queen. It's full of a lot of really cute like Japanese countryside old people being cute things, and I love that shit, man. Touches my little stone cold heart.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
It's good, and the animation is quite good. I really do. It's called Sakura Quest. It doesn't look there's no way for you to know what it's about when you look at this fucking picture.
Yeah.
It's just
No way to know.
Yeah.
girl with a
But
crown on her head.
Whatever.
But
It
she's
looks fine.
pure of heart, so that's all that goddamn matters. Isn't
And
it,
how
Ben?
Aren't they
even that
all?
picture, that animation's like really pretty in that picture.
Yeah, it's
pretty
Looks can
decent
be
anyway.
deceiving, though.
That's
That's
true.
what I've learned from the Crunchyroll thumbnails. Let me
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you.
Sometimes
Oh, yeah.
their like splash art for the upcoming anime is just totally better than the actual
Yeah.
animation.
Yeah.
It's so good. You watch it and then you're like, wow, I've made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know within like the 5 first minutes.
Yeah.
It's like just the rabbit hole you just go down. It's
Yeah.
like, whoa, gosh.
And then Yume's gonna tell us about some of her favorites of the season. I'm sure you guessed the first one.
So the first one, you know what I'm gonna say. It's Boruto.
Boruto.
So excited.
I am so excited. As you know, as Max and I talked in the previous weeks, I was very worried that it was not going to live up to Naruto. But within the first like couple of seconds,
They flash forward. Yeah.
and then they go back. The animation was pretty okay. It wasn't like the pain.
It wasn't
It
it wasn't
wasn't the
filler
worst.
season
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't the worst.
You knew that they definitely put in a lot of work, but the good thing about it is, like, even though the in-betweens aren't very good, the action scenes
the
ended
action
up being
scenes.
very
Sure.
good. The beginning scene where he's like running through Konoha, and like that stuff, like they could have chinsed out, because they've chinsed out on that
many
so
things.
hard.
We
But
see you guys.
for the first episode, I have to say it did two things. It gave me intrigue and then gave me promise as
Yes.
to there being like actual interesting like characters that I didn't get from the Bolt movie.
Yeah.
know?
I think Boruto the movie was it suffered from a lot of things that the Naruto movies suffer from. It's like you have this kind of plot where they could develop as characters, and they're like, oh, let's do this overpowered throwaway bad guy. There you go.
Yeah.
Lazy
Yeah.
writing.
Lazy
but I
writing.
think the first episode it gave you that kind of like. This is where you'll be like Shippuden. Here he is, older and a badass, but we're gonna rewind and give you like the innocent early
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
of
it brought me
Yeah.
back to this nice nostalgic like
You
feeling.
did.
This
Yes.
warm feeling I got from that first episode. I was like, oh
Yeah,
man.
well,
Yeah.
from the beginning Naruto episodes, which is how we all get introduced. We all
Yes.
watched the very early
Yeah.
ones where he's like a little kid and he's just like, oh, I'm in the schoolyard being angry
Yeah.
and stuff and yelling really loud. But it did give me that sense of nostalgia of like, oh, here they are going into school for the first time.
And I think
Yeah.
like, they did a much better job at kind of drawing me into the other kids. Like
Yeah.
Jojo,
Yeah,
I was
totally.
very like happy to see.
Yeah.
And even
Stupid
salad.
Yeah, a salad.
And the thing about this series that I think they're doing right is that they're, instead of going right directly into the Chunin exams like the movie does, you know, they're actually starting to introduce basically all of the characters that you just know are there. Like, you know that like Sai and what's her name? The other girl, mind control girl.
Eno.
That's what I thought. Like, you know, the next episode is basically them introducing their son, you know,
Yeah.
into the group and everything. So it's like I didn't know what like their relationship or their personality was going to be from just the Bolt movie. So it's like the fact that I get to like see
back
them
a little
grow
bit.
up and
Yeah.
see their relationship and see what their like characters are like.
Yes.
Like that's what drew me to Naruto in the first place. And so it's great that they're just doing that again.
And there's so and
another
like with like
iteration.
the first like starting of it, you see all these new characters and we get to develop and like learn as we go. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, what is this person going to become? And there's something really exciting for me about that, just for like any show in general, but especially
Yeah.
shows like this, like these shonen shows like go on forever. Like this is like their prime, like the
Yes.
beginning. And I
This
don't
is
know,
what we're
so
gonna
much
look back
potential.
on 5 years now and be like, remember and Boruto is a little.
We can already do that with like Naruto.
Yeah.
It'll be very interesting when it's like, in a weird way, I feel like the people that have watched Naruto from the beginning have kids now, and so it's like their kids are now watching
Yeah.
Naruto.
It's kind of like
Yes.
pulling that Disney trick, you know,
Yeah.
with it,
Yes.
nostalgia for you.
I never thought of that. That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's a
and
great
it's
point.
like now it's basically like the new generation's Naruto in
Yeah.
a way,
I mean,
without
that's what
having to
they're hoping
catch
it's gonna
up.
be.
Yeah, which I am all for. If you can have a legacy series that doesn't suck, I
Yeah.
can only support that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do it, Boruto. Get better, even better than this one. Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. And then next we have
So next we
regarding
have-
creators,
Oh,
recreators.
recreators.
Recreators. So this was one of those that
Seriously, is it regarding or is it RE hyphen? Like, you know,
It is-
It's recreators.
Recreators.
Yeah.
they should use
So-
the slash and not a ding dong.
just based on the artwork, I was like, all right, I'll watch this because the
Fuck.
splash art looks very pretty. But honestly, the first like episode, the animation was not bad. It was pretty good.
Dude, the animation, I have to say, I've like ended up watching a lot of these one episodes, and like that has the best animation so far that
Yes.
I have seen. The one that's maybe remotely comparable is Hero Academia, but
Yeah.
even then, it's like this animation is crazy good. Even just for the first episode, I'm sure it's going to degrade in time,
Yeah.
as it always
It's
does.
kind of fall into
Totally.
its usual
Yeah.
like shonen tropes, but
Yeah. Can you give us a quick synopsis of what the fuck?
synopsis, Max?
So,
this thing about?
the thing is, like, the first episode, you don't really know what the hell is going on. All you know is, like, there's a kid who has sort of, like, this creative block, right? And he's, like, an artist, and he's really into anime. So he's basically your normal, like, Japanese 14-year-old, you know, the shonen, I guess, template. But then he ends up just sort of appearing in this other world, and this other world is being attacked by this woman in like a long trench coat that just has a bunch of knives. Okay, so one of the best parts.
Don't you
One of
hate
the
it when
best
that
parts.
The part that Max missed is that he gets pulled into his world, and it is the most popular anime currently running.
Right.
So in the series, it's the current popular
It is an
in Japan.
anime, yeah. So
That's
he's thrown into like basically they
That's
have an
pretty
episode of like New
pretty
Type.
meta.
Like
Yeah.
they have like a little like magazine of New Type, and it's like showing whatever, and then so the action ends up being really good just right in the beginning. This is like the first 10 minutes,
Okay.
and so there's a giant mech. There's like a princess warrior girl. There's a woman with like just spawning swords and like throwing them around.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, so this one part I thought it was just really ridiculous. So she basically summons a machine gun,
Yeah.
and then she uses one of the swords, but she uses it like a violin.
What?
And then
Yeah.
it cuts the
I
robot
don't know.
in
Maybe
half.
maybe you shouldn't have
Clean
explained
half.
the show.
Okay.
Oh, I'm all on board. I haven't
But
seen
yeah,
this yet.
I
That
love
was awesome.
stuff like that because that's like Maho Shoujo like tropes. I love that. Crap.
Yeah, I
And I
love
think
that.
that like whoever did, I don't know if this is based on like an anime or game. It looks like it's based off a game because the character design is on point.
All right.
Yeah.
And those people that from like the popular anime, they have very distinctive look.
Yeah.
It's very like future meets like medieval.
But it's
But
also
Vex.
the crazy thing is like it doesn't. What I'm getting from it is that there are these people called creators, and I think those are real people that have
Yes.
created these pieces. So basically, all of these characters are from different anime that are popular
Oh my
and different
God.
creations, and so they're fighting against each other.
Yeah, and
Is
that's
what I'm getting
amazing.
so
For what
far.
greater
What?
purpose?
So we don't know yet. But the people,
There's
the
definitely a
girls
magical contract in there somewhere.
Yeah, so the girls who are popping out are like, we are breaking out into the real world with the creators.
All right.
Yeah, which
and they're
apparently is crap.
recreating
Yeah,
the great
like
thing.
one of the there's just like this the world of gods they call it, right? The worlds
Yeah.
of gods, and it's shit. Basically, that's like what one of them says, and it's like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I
Perfect.
totally understand that.
Dude, I love everything you just said to me. I need to go home and watch that.
You asked.
On
Yeah, it's on
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
Probably
It's
one
on
of the best
Crunchy.
ones.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I mean,
Is it on Crunchyroll?
I think it's on Crunchy.
Get on
I
that
did not see it on
Crunchies.
Crunchyroll.
Or
Max out on the illegal internet.
Hey,
It's not on Crunchy. It's on this other website, which I'm not going to mention.
yeah, if
But
it's
you
not on
know
that-
it.
it's in Japan somewhere.
If it's not on that, I'd rather just have Max. You just explain every episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because it'd be
absolutely.
so
I'll
Just
entertaining.
live
100%
stream
do
you
that,
talking
yeah.
about. Describe what's happening.
That's amazing.
Like Chris Pratt telling you what Die Hard's about. Same thing.
Exactly.
Okay, then we have recreators and Boruto are Yume's picks.
My picks.
And then Max, you've got a few shonen ones coming up here.
Yeah, Hero Academia season 2. which if you haven't
What
seen
a
the
cute
first season,
fucking anime.
I
God
it's
damn it.
one of the like best
It makes
manga
me so happy.
series and franchise that I've seen in a long time. It's
Yeah.
oh,
I do not like my.
I don't understand why you wouldn't like it. You like Marvel, you like comics.
Superhero
That
stuff,
was
yeah.
what it was made for. It was like
There's just something about it when I watch it.
Is it too much Gumbaru spirit?
Is it too slow? Is it slow for you?
is it
Yeah, it's slow. It's boring
because
to me.
it's because it's kids developing into heroes.
Yeah.
Of course it's gonna
So
be
is
slow.
Naruto.
That's rad,
It's
man.
just I'm just not.
Oh, see? From all
went
sides. All sides. There's literally no reason for
Hey,
you
you know
not
what? To
to
be
like
fair, I'm
this.
not
I
caught
love
up on
that
it
sh-
though.
I
I
love
only
that
watched a
show.
couple episodes.
I love it so much too. Where it tends to be a little slow, but it
Yeah.
doesn't distract me from like loving it. But I might read the manga because I want more.
Yes.
Like
Mhm.
I want more so much.
And
Like
in the manga, it gets crazy.
that's what I hear.
It gets really crazy. It's worth sticking out for this season. I don't know if it's gonna get to like the ends of the manga it is at now, but the way that it's progressing, it's pretty quick. So I think it's gonna start getting into the really meaty parts because like the villain association ends up being like a really big deal.
Yeah, and is this? I heard. I don't know if this is probably untrue, but is this gonna be another 25 episodes, or is it gonna be like weekly from here on out?
I think it's gonna be another 25 episodes, but I'm not 100%
So
sure
a long
because
season, yeah.
the whole thing is it's a Shonen Jump series and it's one of the most popular Shonen
Right.
Jump series
Yeah.
right
So they
now.
got that money.
So they can definitely kind of like sparse it.
As
but the
long
whole
as we
thing
don't get
is-
a filler season.
Yeah.
Oh, let's bring in these new characters. Now we're stuck with
I
them.
think
for
people. I think nowadays, like what they're doing for Soma, where they're only kind of doing these chunks and not putting
Yeah.
in fillers. I think
That's smart.
is sort of
It's
like
smart.
the
Yeah.
Thank
new
God.
trend
Yeah,
now.
we haven't seen shitty filler in a little
Yeah,
while,
but
but in a minute.
But One Piece still is probably one of the still
Yeah.
like filler episode
So
series.
real quick,
Yeah.
Serenity Q26 said, "How do you spell the name of Recreators?" It's
Re-
colon.
Is it
creators.
colon or is it semicolon?
I thought
Colon.
it was
Is it
No, a
semicolon?
semicolon has a little ding dong.
That has a little ding dong on the bottom. That
Yeah.
had a little ding dong.
Or is it
Oh,
hour-
it does?
Yeah.
Or is it
Oh, no,
hourglass?
No, no. It has
No
fake
ding dong. Sorry, my
hyphenation.
bad.
So it's re
Re?
like reply with 2 dots.
And then type in 2 upside down
creator.
triangles.
It's about emails and doing
Yes.
emails.
I don't fucking know, guys. If I can't Google a
CC.
series,
It's
fucking
clearly an
CC.
hourglass, guys.
you can put in the word recreator as
It's a
one word plus
deconstructed
anime, and
anime.
you'll find it.
Yeah,
so.
if you type in Recreators,
We're not going to teach you how to use Google, Serenity person.
You guys can also go to Anime News Network. They show all of the lists of everything that's out this season.
Yeah.
Indeed.
They're nice.
Indeed.
They're hilarious, guys.
So it's very helpful.
All right.
so
Anyway,
next one, yeah?
Academia starts
Yes.
with the Hero Sports Festival. Watch it for sure.
Yeah, to be right.
Kato, the right answer, which I actually saw, and I know that you may thought was super boring, right?
Everything that Max liked, I
Yeah.
thought was super boring.
To be fair,
It's
I,
very weird because Max and I generally have very similar tastes.
I don't feel like that's true, but okay.
I mean, okay. So my reasoning is, I think you only watched the first episode. What did you watch the first episode? Or did you watch episode 0?
Of Kato?
Yeah.
First episode.
The first number 1 episode or 0
1.
episode?
01.
Okay.
It's called Kado,
So-
the right answer.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about a politician negotiator, and this huge cube comes down and sort of like engulfs them. Okay, see, I watched episode 0 first, and it actually shows him being like a really good negotiator, and like the story ends up being like basically this old politician and this old I guess like not like a heavy metal worker, like an engineer.
Heavy metal worker.
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Contractor?
Let me finish. No, like an
metal-
engineer.
Heavy metal?
Engineer.
Or? Okay,
And
gotcha.
so
gotcha.
it ends up being like, he's using his negotiation skills to kind of like bring about the best solution for like the politician and this old engineer, and they end up making like a new tech. So the whole point is like there's this like nice nostalgic story, and then on top of that, a giant alien cube comes down, and it's
So-
like impenetrable by any human means. It's like crazy alien technology, and then the episode ends with basically him and this fucking prince dude coming out of this giant cube that is basically indestructible. And
so is
like
this just-
like a
sorry.
rival.
it's exactly a rival. It's
Which
no
I
rival.
also hated.
Yeah. Which he hated.
I
Oh
hated
my
it, right?
God.
Which he hated. Which is I know exactly is the reason why she didn't like it.
Okay, so right in the back, I'll tell you why I hated Kato.
Jesus.
I watched the first episode, and these 2 guys get on this plane. A giant cube that they have no idea is appearing on this plane while they're taking off. why are you still taking off towards this thing when it's in the sky, engulfing the sky?
It's very
Please
simple.
explain.
It's called momentum.
It's called stupid plot.
No, it's
Ah.
not. How do you stop a
Guys, we're not
plane
talking about
in
the movie
midair
Arrival on this
that's
show.
trying to fly away? How do you stop that?
Hey.
Or you're just like, let's just turn off the engine.
You both stop it.
Let's just free fall right now.
Oh, it's my fault. It's all my fault.
So this show is called Kado the Right Answer,
Kado the
and
Right
there
Answer.
Okay,
has to
I'm
do
not-
with a cube.
Look, the thing is, I can't tell you that it's going to be good. I have no clue if it's going to be
But it's
good.
in your
you enjoy it.
recommended
But
section.
the first episode is
It's
worth
good.
watching, and it feels like it's the
Okay.
concept is solid enough for it to be a good sci-fi.
All right, got
Oh.
Yeah.
it. All right.
And then Armed Girls Machiavellian is just another shonen thing with like just it's kind of cute, but it's like an action manga. The animation's pretty decent. And if you just kind of like that trope of like girls with swords and
Yeah.
barehanded fighting, like it's just a
Girl in
typical
Yakuza.
shonen
I'm like such a
thing.
hater
Just do
today
it.
because I hate
Yeah.
everything.
Just
else.
you know, just
Ironically,
whatever.
Max, this section was supposed to be things that we all liked, but you know, Max got off the rails, of course, which is fine. So
dare
yeah,
you.
so Max's
That's good
Max's
information.
recommendations were Hero Academia, season 2, Kado the Right Answer, and Armed Girl Machiavellian.
Machiavellian.
Again, we are running the contest on Facebook. If you guys answer the question,
Who's the actor who plays Edward Elric in the live-action FMA?
right, it's on our The Mighty Otaku Facebook. Look it up. Answer
it.
Michael Fassbender is
on
the
there, and we'll
answer.
put the
Michael
answer up.
Fassbender.
His
Go under his name.
This is his ghostization. It's okay. We're doing this now.
So now we have a section which is, I mean, probably too long. I just realizing about anime that we cannot agree on. That some of us love it and some of us hate it. We're gonna start with Akashic Records of Bastard Magical Instructor.
Bullshit.
First of all, so
all, you're
Max
wrong.
doesn't like it.
I hate
I
it.
like it.
I love it.
Have you seen this
Okay.
yet?
I haven't seen it, but it didn't.
It
Like,
starts off
I
weird.
saw,
It starts
I saw,
off
like,
super weird.
I saw a trailer for it. I saw like on Crunchyroll, like might like this, and I was like, I don't know about that one.
Okay, so he might not like it.
Okay,
Matt might like
to be
it.
fair, I didn't watch the second episode, so if you guys
We
saw
haven't-
something in the
we
second
haven't-
episode, okay,
We
so
all,
then,
based on the first episode, we did like it.
okay, we only did, okay, what did you like about it?
I like that it started off very like, oh fuck, oh
And
Jesus
it started
Christ,
off
like
very like boring, servicey.
like yeah, like we
Yeah.
are a fantasy world. And but then all of a sudden they introduced the sensei who is like, oh,
Glenn
wacky
is his
sensei.
name.
But his name, first of all, his name is Glenn, and I'm like our friend's name also Glenn. Like, just did you like? It's like when you meet a dog named like Scott. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why is his name
Why is
he's in
her
this
name
magical-
Scott Dog?
He's in this magical academy. His name's Glenn.
His name is Glenn, and he is. You think like the whole episode we were sitting there waiting for him to be a trope, which was, oh, I'm really goofy, lazy teacher who doesn't like to teach, but
I'm
I'm
badass.
secretly something. It never happens. It doesn't. At least in the first episode, it doesn't happen, and that's why it's so funny.
Yeah,
He's
it's
like,
funny.
fine, I'll battle you, and I'll teach you a lesson, and then he gets fucking beat the shit up, and then like that's how it ends. He just like he's
just
crying.
loses.
And for some reason,
Yeah.
this is a thing that appeals to you because
So it builds on that with just like the last battle or whatever, but the whole thing is just comedy. It's basically
Yeah.
like look
Okay.
at this trope that's supposed to be.
to be fair, it is pretty funny.
Yeah, I like it based on the comedy. The
I like the
story,
comedy
I don't know what the
aspect.
fuck that's supposed to be about yet.
For me, it was just like another magical academy show. I was like, I
Right.
wasn't.
That's
like,
what we thought too.
yeah.
When it
Yeah.
started, it
Yeah.
looks like that. It's like this girl and her best friend who's like kind of in love with her, and it's like fan servicey, but then
Yeah.
it just
But then
totally
it
departs.
Okay,
Departs
you know what?
Yeah.
Actually, 100% was like, no. This is literally the main reason I hate it. Is their uniforms.
They're terrible.
They're terrible.
They're terrible.
Their uniforms is like they have this long cape, and then they
that's
have
right.
like
Look
like
at
a
this
suit.
bitch.
Like a midriff.
Well, then that's fucking midriff. Like a midriff
But
thing.
straps that go
with straps
around
with like the shortest skirt
Into
and-
their vagina, I
Yeah,
assume.
it goes and no, it goes into their vagina and then it connects to their fucking legs and stockings and garters.
That's,
so
you know,
it's, to me
engineering.
when I see shit like that, I automatically think, oh, this is gonna be one of those fucking dumb, etchy anime that
Sure.
I hate and has no substance with.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
that's what I
hate
get
that
That's
too.
the kind of anime I like.
Oh, okay.
And to be fair, there are some times where that's like a pretty fun, good thing. But when it's to me, it felt super blatant. And so that's
And she did make
I
Karen
kind
the
of
cat girl for no
unfortunately-
reason.
I might have actually just sort of like had that thought the whole time. So when nothing interesting really did happen, it didn't seem funny to me. Just really just seemed like
Boring.
Nah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
I totally.
I totally get that,
Yeah,
dude.
I totally understand that there's so many anime where if there's too much fan service, like it's the reason why I didn't really like, One Piece.
Oh, no, no.
Because in the first couple episodes it's just fan service, and I was like, I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time to watch 400 episodes of this when it's just girls all drawn like triangles, you know? And I do agree that sorry,
like
One Piece real
balloons on
quick.
a stick,
It's
but-
it gets it gets funnier and there's plot and shit, but like that really turned me off and it was hard for me to get around that.
And like, well, like, what,
so yeah, I could see how that would
and
really
like,
turn out.
well, this is if this show does why I like One Piece is like why if this show does that is that they even in One Piece like the most ridiculous characters, the most there's like there's this guy in the most recent arc is like literally wearing a baby outfit. It's like why is he wearing a baby outfit? It's like funny and stuff, but then you find out his backstory and it's super tragic, depressing.
Does he love babies?
Well, it's like in a nutshell, like his wife leaves him. His wife like hates him and leaves him, and then like their son dies, and she gets tripped and like gets in a coma because she finds out that he's doing like business with Doflamingo. Then he like puts on while she's in a coma, he puts on like his son's like who's gone like little baby like bib thing and makes her smile. And that's the only thing that she reacts
Oh
to.
my god, One Piece nerd.
Yeah. And like it's so
Is that from the
depressing.
Doflamingo art?
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh my
There's
God.
so much. Every time I
watched
talk,
One
every time I talk to someone about One Piece, there's just so much material there that I can't even
Yeah.
like.
It's
But you know
massive,
what?
dude. But like,
Yeah.
that's why
But to
if
be
they
fair,
do
the
that,
Gold
I would
movie
be
did
all
that
for
shit.
that. I love
Yeah.
that shit.
The
You
Gold
described-
movie
yeah.
did that, and that was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think when you
yeah.
explain the weirdness sometimes away, that does help. They did not in this show, but again, I liked me. You may like it because it was just funny. It's just a stupid shit. I don't know if they're gonna try to be deep or whatever, but I like they just were like, no, we're not gonna try to explain this. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
So that's take it as you will. That
on the
is
fence.
Akashi Max. Oh, I
Not on
skipped
the fence
one.
for
I'm
me.
sorry. I skipped Love Rice, which was Image 7. Sorry, Anthony.
Yes.
Love Rice.
Love rice.
Love rice.
This 4-minute,
not like this either.
4-minute shit anime. I love it because it's so shit. Is why I love
Yeah,
it.
it's absolute shit.
It's
and
about-
4 minutes, guys.
Each character, each pretty boy in this, who's terribly animated,
Is like a different
kind
species
of
of
rice.
rice.
a kind of Japanese rice specifically. They fucking go to the. Oh god, I can't read this.
And then they're fighting against yeast, and the whole
Yeast,
time
yeah.
I was only thinking yeast infection.
Yeah.
The whole time it was like it's not funny, man.
I've heard that it was described as this heartwarming comedy with laughs and passion. So kome is rice. So they made a pun joke in English and Japanese, and I just fucking started
Comedy.
crying laughing. And they have to like save their school with their fucking looks. I don't even know. This show is so
love
retarded.
this.
Well, it's supposed to reinvigorate the love of rice because spaghetti, which I don't not think is
Oh.
a part of that fucking group, spaghetti and bread are
the
on
evil-
the rise of
yeah.
popularity,
Yeah.
which I guess that's true in Japan. Like, I love rice though, so
Yeah.
but we also have a lot of fucking bread and spaghetti.
So like bread and spaghetti is the bad guy.
They're
Yes.
the bad guys.
They
They're
are
like,
the bad
oh my God.
guys.
the way that they set it up is that they're like
Jesus,
rival
look at
idols.
this picture. Like, Jesus Christ,
Just
it's
look at
so. This is very misleading. By the way, you're like, oh, it's gonna be well animated. It's not.
It's not.
It's not. No, it's
like
hella.
splash
It's,
images.
Splash art.
it's real bad. It's real bad.
But I love it because it's so like the premise doesn't make any sense. Like the characters are stupid. Like they're all like the tropes. Like the one guy's like the guy with the blue hair is like, yes, I guess so. Like glasses pushing up, but like he's a piece. He's a piece of rice. Like,
They're all rice.
Yeah, they're all rice.
It's just like they're trying to give them these characters, like, but it's still like at the end of the day, you're just all species of the one thing that I eat.
That-
That's wild.
Rice.
That's incredible.
all right, so if you love it or hate it, it's only 4 minutes long. It's on Crunchyroll.
Don't waste your 4 minutes.
Okay, the next one, which Max really liked and I didn't like, and you may hate it, is Alice and Zoroku. And I think my reasoning for hating it is similar to the reason that Max hated the schoolgirl, the
Magical girl.
bastard teacher guy.
Yeah.
Is because I looked at this poster, I looked at the synopsis, and I thought, oh man, a magical girl who becomes friends with this old crusty old man has to abide by his rules. Oh, this will be a funny pair. You fucking, and we only watched one episode. You get into this episode, and it's just like, look at them. They're throwing around all these crappy fake magical worlds with Alice and her Wonderland and the Red
Yeah.
Queen, and I'm like, stop. And it's poorly animated. And then
It's actually not.
I think it's pretty bad.
It's
I mean,
I thought it was,
compared to
You thought it was good?
I actually liked it. I liked it. I
compared
thought it was
to,
the first
compared to
episode.
some of all the other stuff that we've seen so far, like from some of your picks, by the way. Just saying, I would have to say the animation isn't necessarily the best. However,
No,
it's not
it's not.
the worst.
It's definitely not the worst on
Yeah.
the list.
I
It's
guess
true.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's outside of sort of the 3D anime that I've been seeing a lot. Like a lot of these animes are like 3D hybrids, which this one does have 3D in it.
It's like we had enough money to 3D animate this. Is it cube or triangle?
Cube.
And it's like in every fucking.
And it would be a pyramid. It's 3-dimensional.
It's the worst.
I just felt like the plot was really like
Convoluted.
contrived.
Oh, Alice?
Yeah, it was just not.
Okay, a
She's
quick
the queen
synopsis.
of the Wonderland Kingdom. Sorry, go ahead.
A quick synopsis is like this girl, they're called the Dreams of Alice, which obviously is this trope. We talked about this. We had an episode about this, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And basically, the whole thing is they're very self-aware of what they are. At the end of the day, they're called all these fancy names, but they're like supernatural powered girls that are kind of within the magical girl trope, and they need a shit ton of calories. They have all of these rules. This girl Alice can make make her imaginations come true, which is why she's like this asset. And the good thing about this is that it goes into all of that. It like the government of Japan wants to make sure that she isn't like a threat. You know, they have a whole organization. It's kind of like Ajin, but with magical girls.
Her and her
And then there's
stupid
also
friends who I hate.
there's also the element of like, you know, this old dude who ends up being a florist. Is kind of like old.
But he's like a sleeper
agent
Yeah, who's, but-
like coming back to like.
God.
No, he's not.
No,
He's
yeah.
just an old
He's just a
guy.
dude.
No,
He's
he's
just
not.
an old Japanese guy.
No, I think when they introduced his character, he was very like, oh, he's introduced with him in a meeting with one of the government guys. Like, okay, I'll help you.
He's
I
not
thought he was
no,
being
no,
like
he's
Yakuza.
with the Yakuza.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yakuza.
Yeah,
I misread that
And then you
situation.
find out later that he's a florist, and he just basically had like this like floral
This
arrangement
job,
for
yeah.
his like I guess whatever.
Okay.
The
Now
person's
you like it.
girlfriend.
No, I do not like it now.
But the whole thing is, it's like it has like these really nice elements to it, and these really good chunks that I guess I am not used to seeing. Like in magical girl anime, it's just like crazy shit happens, and everyone just ignores it. You know. Buildings explode. There's a fucking giant teddy bear eating the ground and shit, and you're like, okay, whatever.
See,
no one
my
seems to
problem is
notice.
that, like, so in the first episode, like, a whole bunch of shit goes awry, and then they get held by the cops, and then the cops are like, oh, well, the girl disappeared, and all of the footage and evidence disappeared, so I guess you're free to go. I was like, that's not how it fucking works, guys.
That's not good
That's not,
police
that's
work.
not fucking good
I mean, to
policing.
be fair, it kind of does work that way.
There's
though.
no evidence.
There's no evidence.
You can't.
They have like film,
They have
and she
witnesses,
disappears
though.
just
They
like
have
nothing.
witnesses.
Human beings.
Yeah, but that's in the court of law. Just because you witness something doesn't mean that you are stuck in prison forever. You know what I mean? Like it's you still
Actually,
need evidence.
if you know anything about the Japanese justice system,
Oh, okay.
I watched a documentary about it. So like, they have the little
I
like.
watched Showtime. Now I'm a lawyer.
So like when Japanese police officers and prosecutors like question people in a room, they don't record it. There's no law that says they have to record it. They don't have to do anything. They can keep people for 23 days. That is a law. So
Wow.
the fact that in that anime they're like, oh, she disappeared from the video. Wrong. They don't record it. So I was like, I
But
know
don't you
this
need
is
don't you
fake.
need some sort of probable cause
No.
to not? So
No.
you're just saying if someone accuses you of something,
The
you're stuck in
Japanese-
prison for 23
Yes.
days.
You are stuck for 23 days. This is fact. In Japan, they can hold you for 23 days without any question.
Fuck.
Look, that in and
the
of
heck?
itself.
I'm learning some shit
to
today.
be fair,
I had no idea.
did not need that to be accurate because if they just kept this old man in prison for no reason, this would be a totally different
Yeah,
anime.
and so-
Absolutely.
See, so for me, like, knowing that about the Japanese justice system.
Oh, I'm so sorry that reality ruined.
They boast
This
they
for
boast
you.
a 100% conviction rate. That is the problem.
Oh yeah, you're right.
100%
I remember that.
conviction
Yeah.
rate means that they are forcibly getting people to confess. There's no
Jesus.
way that there should be a 100% conviction rate because you are not getting that person.
Yeah, Alice and Zeroku. How
So,
dare
Yeah.
you?
so the moment that this happened, I was like, no, this is fake. And like from a Japanese
is already-
cultural,
this
Isn't
is
it in
like,
the
come
future?
on.
Is it in the future though, or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a fucking. And she summons an anchor. There's a fucking woman whose powers is hairy arms. What the hell?
I don't know. Like for me, it's too. You know, I don't think you look at a film and television in America too. Like cops are they're not real.
Yeah,
like, they don't,
it's
they,
true.
Like, oh, they're like really dumb in the in
It
film and
bugs me
television.
too. Like when I watch American movies or like cop films and they don't clear corners, I'm like, where the hell did you go to police school? Why didn't
I
you
believe
clear
it's
that
called an
corner?
academy. I believe it's a police
Police
academy.
school
Made
like
3
academy
movies.
doing things police like.
Accurate movies about academia.
Yikes. All right, guys, so that's Alice and Zeroku. You
Yeah.
can watch it or not watch
Do it.
it.
I'd say watch it.
Based-
It's
give it a shot.
interesting. It's
Give
an
it a shot.
interesting spin.
yeah,
Based on
absolutely.
police work, definitely.
Yeah, definitely
Alright.
not based
Definitely
in
not based
reality.
in reality.
The next one is called Love Tyrant or Renai Bokun, and it is funny, I
It's
think.
funny.
Yeah.
But
I
Matt
think it's
doesn't like
funny.
it, and Yume likes
No,
it,
no,
right?
No,
I said-
I like it.
I said
Who
Princess
doesn't like
Max
it?
finds pretty funny.
I guess you just got put in this category for no reason. But let's
So basically, if you know of Death Note, this is basically the kiss note.
write your name in it.
You write two people's names in
people's.
it, and they have to kiss.
It's a fun concept, I think. It's a funny concept.
But otherwise, the person that doesn't get. Oh no, the person that has the note dies, not anyone else. So it's like a suicide thing. It's like they have to kiss or I will die.
I like that right off the back. Like it's an angel who does this, but like she basically lets the guy assume that it's a Shinigami, and they totally like parody Death Note, but a kiss note within like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, the font is the same for the kiss
it
note.
was so funny.
And then it just totally derails because it has nothing to do with Death Note anymore after that one part. And they reveal that she's an angel, and then it's done. And then it's its own fucking crazy thing, which is kind of amazing.
man.
It's super funny.
It's very.
So I guess we all like that one, right?
That was a fun one. Yeah, I thought it was really
I guess
fun.
I put it in the
was a
wrong
great
section.
concept.
Sorry, I'm terrible at this. So go watch Love Tyrant / Renai Bokun also on Crunchy.
Yes, it's on
Yeah,
Crunchy.
Crunchyroll.
Dat Crunchy. Okay, now we're gonna get to the section called Anime That Should Go Die in a Fire.
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh, that's what it stands for?
Yes. Go die in a fire.
GDIAF is what it says on this
All right,
rundown.
cool.
You may please start
So
with.
first one, Arrow Manga Sensei. I absolutely hated it. It was gross.
I tried
Yes.
reading the manga of this. I didn't realize it was an anime.
They're not blood siblings
Yeah.
though.
So we
Okay, I hate that stuff. though.
Japan.
Ugh.
We need to stop this whole like we're in love with each other and we're siblings, but it's okay because we're not blood related.
Oh, I hate
It's
that.
not
I hate that so
okay.
much.
I mean, I don't care. Honestly, it's like one of those tropes where if it makes sense, if that's their premise, if they're real blood siblings and they get married, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And we've
Yeah.
already had one of
We've
those.
discussed it.
And I feel like we're very traumatized just by that.
It's
And that's why it's like even vaguely like, because the whole cousins thing is a trope.
Yes,
you
it
know?
It is, yeah.
I'm in cousins with you. That's right.
Yeah.
Cousins.
I still think that freaks me out too. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I found it like really lazy writing, and there's just like all these plot holes, and I can't get over them. Where like his younger sister's like 14 and like a hikikomori, and she only stomps the floor when she wants something from her brother, and I'm like, oh, first of all, you lazy bitch, go make your own damn breakfast. Right? It's like, and she's so ungrateful to her brother who's taking care of her because something happened to their parents because it's anime.
If that was my family, my mom would come and just start slapping me shitless.
And then, like, he only finds out that his sister is Arrow Manga Sensei because in her live stream where she wears a mask, there's like a note with his like, oh, here's your breakfast, sister, or whatever. And I was
in the
like,
background.
literally, this has been happening for a year, and you just realized that your little sister's
Yeah,
been
you're a terrible
escaping
brother.
and giving
Yeah.
it's like she's a fool, like she's an illustrator. How have you not noticed her going to your editor to?
Yeah,
turn
I
in
don't
her
understand that
illustrator?
shit where it's like, oh, I didn't realize
Email.
you were working. No, because she
I don't know.
never leaves
I
the
don't
house. Like,
care
how does she
about
get
this
art
enough.
supplies? How does she get, you know what I mean? Like, to work a job, you have to have face-to-face meetings. Like,
Yeah.
this
You do.
You do.
especially in Japan, of all places. Oh my god.
Well, but
It's
is
such a big deal there.
Do they establish as her being like this really successful person,
Yes.
or is it
She's
just
famous,
like a-
yeah.
known, yeah.
She's-
But I mean, is she famous as in like a doujin artist, or is she famous as like an actual published manga artist?
Can't
No,
remember.
they're
Totally different
coworkers.
things.
They're coworkers because she's illustrating for his books.
But that's not still. That's once again not the same thing. Being a published manga artist and
So
being a doujinshi artist.
are his books published?
No, his books are published because
Okay.
he goes and sees his
Oh,
editor.
he's okay. So
So he's
his
writing
books are
light
published.
novels, and she's drawing for them.
But
Yeah.
that means that he has to really interact with the editor.
But
not
she
her.
also has to interact with the editor because she's got to submit
Yeah, and he
stuff.
doesn't know who she is. That's what the
Yeah.
whole thing, the
The
whole
whole
plot
So
is.
the whole time she has been
Yeah,
making
she
these
has been.
illustrations.
This is quite a convoluted.
Wow.
It's-
Okay.
Hey, I heard you
Once
like.
again,
already,
I
like-
heard you like arrow. Do you want some arrow on your arrow and your arrow?
Yeah.
At this point, I don't give a shit about it. So I'm just really making conversation. I just want to know
We
the
put
plot
too
holes.
much thought into it.
Yeah.
Like,
Too
Yeah.
much thought.
Skip it. It's stupid and I
Whatever.
hate it.
Skip it.
It seems to me.
Max?
Oh, this
Oh, no, no,
is
that's Michelle.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Here's
I have an
what's-
explanation actually for why it's blank.
Oh,
Can I go through real quick?
Sure.
I actually did not think there was any that needed to die in a fire immediately. Which is very generous of me because usually I'm like, die in a fire, die in a fire, you die in a fire.
His username is Max
Man,
Schultz.
Max is so wrong this season.
But for the most part, I feel like even if there's boring stuff, there hasn't been any atrocities like Handshaker.
oh yes,
No.
But I feel
Handshakers
like,
is awful.
But maybe I feel like because Handshakers is my new bar of terribleness, and it's so bad that I just really
turn the
basically
audio off that way.
yeah, nope. That basically nothing can ruin it for me as long as it's not Handshaker.
All right, guys. Max is wrong, as he usually is on this show.
I'm actually always
But you know what?
raised.
But then again, I actually didn't watch any Handshakers because I was just like, I don't have time for this. Real quick, Clockwork Planet. Burn, a fire, don't ever come
okay.
out. Don't
boring
Don't
as
press.
shit.
Don't press
boring.
play. This shit.
But it's okay.
You know what? They were like, you know what's cool right now? Steampunk
Steampunk,
and
everything.
like Gears. What's steampunk? Oh, it's like Gears. So
Let's
good.
have a planet
So-
that like is basically Gears.
Yeah, let's like a whole gear planet, and then like this guy's like obsessed with like gears, and then like he goes to like a gear school, and then he also like lives in a
Does go
gear.
to a gear school.
Like
Yeah.
for fuck's sake on a fucking rice
just-
Yeah,
cracker.
girl, I
Gears is
heard you
bad.
like Gears. So you
It
put
made
Gears in
me
your Gears.
so
Okay, to be
insanely
fair,
mad.
yeah, no, that's totally true.
It was the
too
laziest
much.
fucking
It's
design
It's
shit.
like they tried to make steampunk, but then they didn't like think about the engineering portion of it all. And they're
Fucking
just like, what
worst.
if everything was clock?
Clockwork.
Yeah.
It's all clockwork, guys.
Which is
It's-
why it's called clock.
So just
Yeah.
throw it in the fire. Throw
Fire.
your computer in the
But
fire.
once again, it's whatever.
It's fucking terrible garbage time USA.
It's like garbage time. It's just boring.
All right, honorable mentions for the spring 2017 anime season.
right.
We'll
Yeah.
go through this real quick.
Royalty.
Berserk, obviously.
Oh, Berserk, sorry.
Berserk.
Yes.
Definitely worth watching if you're a fan of Berserk. The 3D animation is still pretty rough,
It's very rough.
unfortunately. It's gotten a little bit better. I have to say the production value has gotten up, I think, because of the success of the first season. The second season is way crazier. They introduced Griffith right off the bat. Zod is there too, and they're trying to go to the Puck's home, which is the land of fairies, the forest of fairies.
I just wanted to watch it, but then I was
So-
like, "Oh, it's just so much rape. I guess I can't watch it."
There's
it's
there is
pretty
a
good.
lot.
so
much.
it's for someone like, even someone like me that I can't watch it. I just
It
can't.
gets less rapey.
Yeah, but then you have to get through the rape to get to that part. So like, what's
There's
the point?
so much rape in this.
I
And it's
hope
really
it gets less rapey.
so graphic and
if I
bad.
remember it correctly, it is less rapey and
All
more
right, all right.
action violent-y. And if you like Berserk and you read the manga, it's worth watching.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Less rapey's good.
Yeah.
Less rape.
Can we just go with zero rape? No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, of course
mix it
not. Grand Blue Fantasy
Grand
is
Blue.
based off a mobile game that's very popular. The animation is a little weird, but it's
very
good,
weird.
but weird because they're trying to get this hand.
They're trying to
drawn
make it
feel.
look like
Yeah.
a very like it kind of reminds me of like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yes.
The look of
This
the
weird
animation.
analog
But
kind
it
of like
doesn't
line
really
away.
work for an animation as it does like an illustration.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
It turns me off. It's nice to see when the animation like takes over and like it just
Yeah.
like even if it's a good story, I'm just like I can't do this. you
Some
know, like-
portions of it I felt like were pretty good. So I'm just wondering. It has potential, I think, but I'm hoping that they eventually end up kind of like smoothing everything out, which does happen once you initially see the problems. But I don't know. So it's worth it if you like the series. Dragons are cool.
That Grand
Dragons
Blue.
are
Yeah. But the one actual surprise that was for me was the Royal Tutor, which ended up being pretty good. which
Yeah, and
I
then this
had,
picture up
seen that
here.
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had zero expectations for it. And I thought it was just gonna be a stupid like look at all these princes. And
Yeah, I
they're
thought it
all
was totally
falling
gonna
in
be like a
love.
dating sim kind of
Totally.
thing.
It's
Yeah, I haven't
actually
seen it
pretty
actually.
funny.
It's
I
queued
didn't
up,
either.
but okay.
It's pretty funny.
It's cute. It's pretty funny. I think this season they do a lot of subversion of tropes, and this is also a pretty good subversion. Or I guess this is more like a subversion of tropes by running into that trope as hard as possible.
Bang, bang. We've seen so many anime like that though.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's good. No, it looks.
was a
The animation
surprise.
looks good. So.
I
Yeah,
thought
it's
it
fun.
was gonna be trash. Like I thought that was gonna be my die in a fire thing. Ended up being
Huh?
really good. Changed
Look
my
at this.
mind.
No
cool.
fires
I'll
from
have to get
next.
that- add that to
You
my
may
queue,
has
man.
a.
So my honorable mention is real trashy.
Oh, I watched it this morning. and I
Oh
was
my
like,
god! It is
I'm glad there's no one in the
so-
room looking at this.
It is called On a Lusty Night Mingling with a Prince. And
No. Priest.
Priest.
Not Prince.
The Japanese version is
Prince would make
ソリオ
sense.
と交わる色欲の夜に
Yes. So it is a 4.5 to 5 minute anime that has
about banging
3
a
different
priest.
ratings. It's got 3 different versions with 3 different ratings. There is one that is straight up rated R, rated like R18, which is
it's I would
basically X.
NC-17. I would NC-17 that.
It is almost hentai, guys.
It is hentai.
And then they have like
It is ridiculous.
and then they have like
It
a
is just
15 plus
hentai.
rating that airs at a different time, and then general audience. So I first
God.
saw this as like the general audience, so it was all edited and it was very nice and clean. And then I saw that they uploaded the R18 version.
Yeah,
was
I did
like,
the same
"Yo,
thing."
There's full on nips and stuff in
Ooh,
it.
it's so
There's like
graphic.
crotch rubbing. I was like, whoa.
The trailer is basically this girl kind of like sucking on the tongue of this bald priest dude. And I was like,
It's
It's so
Straight-
like out of 10 so quickly.
You know what this is like?
It's just porn.
This is like if there was a foot fetish and they're like, maybe I'll make an anime about it and we'll name him Foot Coon. You know? Like it's so very clear on what the kink and fetish is that it's
monks.
like hey, you ever wanted to know what it's like to get it on with someone bald?
We're gonna show you a lot.
It's basically a girl goes to like a 10-year reunion, and the guy that she had a crush on in middle school is now a priest who's bald. And then she gets super drunk. They go back to his place and they make out full-on hentai style.
But
Like, what?
why is this priest fucking? Like I thought you can't do that. Like
It's
is that
not neat.
a Buddhist thing? Is like you have to be celibate, right?
Question marks.
Wow, man.
I think he's a Shinto priest, but I have no idea.
Pretty
You know
sure
how we were
Shinto is
complaining about
too.
Japanese police laws a second ago?
Yeah.
Fair
That's-
enough. I guess that's fair enough. But to be fair, it is very much like, what's your kink?
Yeah.
Monks?
Well,
For you.
So,
Not for anyone else.
that's definitely not on
finally,
Crunchyroll. It's on the internet.
Finally.
Something for
Yeah,
us.
it's definitely on the internet somewhere. Find it or don't find it. It's just porn though. Don't let your mom see.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do our giveaway real quick here.
Yeah, give away.
Yes.
We're gonna
our giveaway.
flip on to the Facebook, and Yume's gonna pick our Otaku Pin Club winner. They get both
right.
of the pins.
Let's
Oh man.
Both of the
open that
pins.
Facebook.
And then we'll have to like message you or some shit. So just keep your Facebook messages open or whatever.
Yeah,
we
or-
don't know how we're gonna do this.
All right.
We're fucking giving you free shit.
And while we do that, I'll just go through the comments real quick. Serenity definitely said a lot of stuff. Clearly
Serenity.
agreed.
Hey,
Most
Serenity.
of our stuff, magical school anime is crap.
Nobody's answered.
So,
So no one entered our. Okay, so we'll leave up the contest.
we'll leave up the contest.
and we'll pick on the next show. So if you guys haven't entered yet, please answer the question. Who is the actor who plays Edward Elric in the live-action Full Metal Alchemist movie? You can answer as a comment to our social image or just as like a regular comment. We'll fucking find it somehow.
Yep.
And that's what's gonna happen. Next week we are doing what, Yume?
I haven't thought of a topic
Well,
yet, but
we
we'll
suck.
figure it out.
yeah.
Yes.
That's what we're all about.
Yeah.
Freestyle.
So find
Yes.
us on Facebook at facebook.com/the Mighty Otaku. My name is Michelle Chubby Bunny. You can find me everywhere on the internet at I am Chubby Bunny. Matt, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me at Shy Guy Express on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, and on Hyper RPG and Geek and Sundry. And on Hyper, I'm actually I just GM'd One Piece tabletop RPG,
Oh, hey.
and we're gonna be
Nice.
doing that.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
It went super well. So
Watch
we'll see
it
more of that.
on
Watch
Twitch.
it.
Yeah.
And as always, I am Yume Warlock. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Yume Warlock.
And you can find me at Max Salts at the Everything. And make sure you do the contest. Remember, the answer is Michael Fassbender.
It is
Michael
not.
Fassbender
That's
is
literally
the
not the answer.
to this contest.
He did great.
I hate this
He
group of
did
people.
great.
They're
Did
the
great.
fucking worst. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye,
Same
guys.
time.
Next week.
Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.